Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a review of the Telugu film Kandapalam. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. The director Krish, who gave us the film Kanche, has here adapted with the script writing assistance of the author Sannapureddy Venkata Rami Reddy, and it's an adventure thriller kind of film about a young man whose father is a shepherd, but who is the one educated person in his family, but he hasn't been able to get a job for 4 years in IT. Vaisshnav plays Ravi, this young man who, because of drought in their village, they take their sheep to the forest, to the mountains to find water, which is what forest farming or forest grazing is what the title means, Kandapalam. Rakul Preet Singh plays a young village girl who is along on this group of shepherds that take their sheep up into the mountains, into the forest. And so she is the old experienced hand, and I don't know why, if he grew up in a family of shepherds, but evidently he's been shielded from this life that his father has. But his grandfather says, if you just go, I have a feeling this will change you. Just help your father for 40 days, take these sheep up into the mountains. And so it's a journey of this young man. The very beginning of the film, we see him interviewing, and Nassar is the one interviewing him. And he's very determined, and he's going for a forestry job. And Nassar finally says, well, tell us about yourself. Thus, the backflash of this entire movie. And so he is changed by the experience of being in the forest, meeting Rakul Preet Singh's character, Abu, and encountering a tiger. So we learn that the government has let loose some tigers in the area. And so it's a constant threat that their sheep are going to be attacked by a tiger. They encounter a CGI tiger a few times in the film, which are some of the most gripping scenes in the film. And then they also have sandalwood smugglers and people trying to, other people trying to steal their herd. So there's all sorts of adventures that they go on, but it's really this young man gaining confidence himself, and you see the transformation from this timid man with no purpose at the beginning to really realize, he finds himself and finds what he wants to do, that he wants to become a forest ranger. There's a lot to admire about this film. It's beautifully filmed, has great music. I really enjoyed the song sequences in the film. The soundtrack is by Kiravani, and I really enjoyed the songs. Just one sort of fantasy, full-on, song sequence with changes of costume and whatever. I ran with it because I've heard other reviewers complain about it, but I think it's long Indian tradition to have a fantasy song, love song like that. Totally fine with it. I enjoyed it. I think overall this film is a little bit over 2 hours. It would have been better if it had been tightened up a little bit. I felt the beginning, especially the setup of the whole circumstances, for me, dragged. But once we got into the forest and we got the first encounter with the tiger and everything, then the story really rolled along. I loved the love story between the two main characters. I thought Rakul Preet Singh was delightful. I always enjoy her, but I thought she was really, really cute in this part. I thought that Vaisshnav was a little stiff at the beginning, but I learned that was partially his character. And he was really good in the action sequences, and I think his final love declaration was one of my favorite scenes. So overall, I really enjoyed it, but it has some flaws. Some of the dialogues were a little stilted, especially in the beginning, setting up. I'm not exactly sure which actor played the father. I think it's Sai Chand. I could be wrong, but I thought he was particularly good in his interactions and trying to reach the son who has such a different life than he does. Really, you want to come with me and be a shepherd? And just saying also to him, you don't have a job. Don't toy with this girl's affections. If I can't, I'm going to side with the girl over you because you can't support somebody else right now. I'm supporting you. You can't support yourself. So I really liked his straight talk. Let's just put it that way. All right. If you happen to see this film, let me know in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at PardesiYT. Follow me on Instagram at PardesiReviews. And if you hit the bell here, you'll never miss another film review or trailer reaction.